Hey guys, it's Heather here from Cashflowing Life. Thanks for joining me again. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. I wanted to share with you guys a few of the tools that we use to stay motivated. We are on baby step 6 of the Total Money Makeover. We followed the Dave Ramsey plan. I started my debt-free journey from 2012 to 2014, paying off all of my consumer debt and student loans. My husband has pretty much always been debt-free. We got married a little over 2 years ago. A few months after we got married, we moved into this house. So we were having this house built during the process of our engagement, and we've lived here for 2 years on July 4th weekend. In January of this year, 2018, we decided that we were gonna go ahead and start getting really serious on paying our mortgage down. And our goal is to have it paid off anytime in 2023. I feel like it's a little bit too far to like pick a specific month, but as we get closer and you know, our life is gonna change a little bit in the next 5 years, as you can assume. Join us and see where the process takes us. Paying off the house is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And I've already had a few moments just within this year, the last 6 months, where I've had to like take a pause or step back from being super gazelle or intense of throwing our extra income to the mortgage. And we've had a few experiences where we wanted to take like a week-long vacation, or I was out of town for a really long time in May, and we've had some projects that we wanted to cash flow, and just life stuff. Life comes up. There's things that cost money that you either want to pay for or have to pay for, and it's okay. Like, this is the stage in life where you can relax a little bit. You don't have to be gazelle intense because you're not in baby step 2 trying to get rid of all of your consumer debt or student loans. Baby step 6 is meant to be living off of a budget, living off of a plan, living and spending your money on purpose, and saving for the future, and paying your house off. The first few things that we initially started doing, this is our like little budget binder thing. So go to, I think it's debtfreecharts.com. They have a bunch of different charts that you can print out for like, if you're paying off a Visa card or student loans or your car, or they have a few that are like savings or sinking funds. And this is the one for your mortgage. So I printed off 2 of them. Went ahead and printed 2 of them out. So if we were to put them on the wall, it would look like this. So what are we, like 1/6 of the way there or something? About every 2 months I pull this out and I just fill in the line of where our current mortgage stands. And I have every mark being $2,500. So that's fun. My favorite tool that I use to track our mortgage payment, and I didn't think of this myself. Deidre from Slay This Debt, you should go follow her YouTube channel, introduced me to this. So I printed off what would be an amortization schedule for paying our mortgage off. This is where we're at right now. We're on page 2 out of 11 pages. Let me pull this up to you right now. We are 5 years ahead of our mortgage. We started this 6 months ago. We made an extra payment this morning and it put us at $176,700 or $600 or something. And based on our amortization schedule of when we took our loan out 2 years ago, we are on track by 5 years. So based on this amortization schedule, we are what would have been July 2023. We paid off 5 years of our mortgage in the last 6 months. How crazy is that? On average, we put between $2,000 and $2,500 a month towards our principal. That doesn't include our regular mortgage payment, because obviously you have all that interest going towards it and then your property taxes and insurance. So as of right now, we have $567 a month going to interest, and we have $360 going towards our principal. I am super excited of when that flips. So I think I marked it. Okay, so we would be paying an even amount of interest and principal in February 2030. It'll take us 11 more months to get there if we stay on trend with our current repayment. This is just, it's so motivating. Once or twice a month, I will just go through here and I will highlight what we've paid off. Find that by having your mortgage balance right here on the side. I just log into our Wells Fargo holds our mortgage. I just log into the Wells Fargo account, and whatever the balance is of our mortgage, that's where you're at on your amortization schedule. So then I would just highlight and cross off about to where we're at. This is a big deal. Just go online and Google amortization schedule calculator, type in the information. So the schedule is slightly off, but it's close enough. So I just put in our interest rate. We did end up doing a 30-year term mortgage for this house because we knew that there were gonna be some changes happening. I was pushing my husband to quit his job and go back to school, which he did, and he took a 40% pay cut initially when he started the apprenticeship program. And then we still want to start a family. So we knew that we should have done the 15-year, but we went ahead and did the 30-year just so that when life gets crazy and our income changes, we have the flexibility of having the lower mortgage payment. I'm not really sure that it matters whether or not we did the 15-year. Our intention is to pay our mortgage off. We're just missing out on the lower rate. Whatever. Remember those paper chains back in grade school that you'd make like to count down for Christmas or something? That is basically what this is, but it's for our mortgage. So I will say that I initially started with each chain being $500. And then I realized how freaking long that chain was gonna be. The last 20,000 is $500 increments, and the rest of the chain are $1,000 increments. I was gonna remake it and have it all be 1,000, but I was like, you know what? That last 20,000 is gonna be super exciting to get done and to blow through it. So it might be more motivating tearing those chains off. So I went ahead and left it. And I remember when we first started in January, the chain was down to about the outlet. Look how high up it is. Honestly, not too far away from the top. We're about halfway there. And that was done in about 6 months. I was thinking each chain would take about a year. There would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. We'll see what happens. But this is super motivating. It is right in our dining room, kitchen area. So I see this every day. It's a constant reminder of our goals and what we want to achieve. It's just a reminder that we want to pay our house off and it's totally achievable. My husband gave me a hard time when he found out what I made. He said, you know, when people come over, you're gonna take that down. And I just kind of looked at him. I was like, no, I'm not gonna take it down. He's like, I think that he was self-conscious about it. But we've had people over who know that we follow the Dave Ramsey plan, so I'm sure that they are assuming it's something with that. So when I started having massage clients come over, like, oh, are you doing a countdown to something? Both of them, I was just like, that's our paper chain to pay our house off. One of the girls, she goes to the gym with me and she's talked to me about like some financial stuff before. So she was just like, oh, wow. And the other one, she looked at me and she was like, that could be either really motivating or really depressing. I don't know what it means for people to see that or for them to hear those words come out of my mouth, because it's not something that people usually talk about, but I feel like I'm just the kind of person that goes against the grain anyways, that I feel like people aren't really surprised when something like that comes out of my mouth. But anyways, these are the things. Oh, and I will say one more thing. We are keeping all of our chain links that we pull off. We do plan on going to Nashville and doing our debt-free scream with Dave. And I've told my husband, we have to really do this within 5 years, because I think Dave is like in his late 50s. What is he, like maybe 50? I want to say 57. I honestly don't really know, but in 5 years, he could be retiring. So, I mean, you never know. The guy loves his job, but I feel like if I was 62, I would probably want to be done. So, we need to go see Dave and get our house paid off before he decides to stop doing the show or he hands it over to someone else, because I want to see Dave and I want to meet him. So, we are keeping our chains so that when we're done paying our house off and we go to Nashville, we can just move them to a little baggie. I can talk to Dave about my paper chain, and you guys can all hear it on the podcast and on the radio. So these are the things that I use to stay motivated and really help me get out of being in a funk when it comes to like not really paying attention to our finances, or maybe spending a little bit more frivolously. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. The paper chain I think is the most motivating because you see it every day, whereas something like this gets put into the cabinet. If you guys do something a little bit different that helps you stay motivated, go ahead and leave it in the comments below and let me know how you stay motivated and the tools that you use to do that. And I mean, we're all here to help and share and support each other and give each other ideas. So sprinkle it down into the comments and let everyone know what you do to stay motivated while you're on your debt-free journey. Thanks for watching. Bye.